Today's episode is presented by Wedding Post House and Music Bed. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the How to Film Weddings podcast. My name is Nick Miller and I am back. I am here. I know I have not been on the podcast for a few weeks, and so I wanted to record an episode and just kind of let you know what's been going on in my life, where I have been. I have not left. I am still here. I am still working very hard at How to Film Weddings, and I just kind of wanted to give you an update about what is going on with me. But before I do that, I want to share about one of our sponsors of this podcast, Wedding Post House. Wedding Post House is an incredible service that allows you to outsource but still retain creative control in your business. And so what you do is you upload all of your footage, all of your audio, everything to Wedding Post House. You send it to them. They sync everything. They cull through all of your footage and they give you back a project file in either Premiere, Final Cut, or DaVinci. And everything is all culled. It looks good. It's ready for you to just sit down and start editing. They've also added on services like doc edits, ceremonies, toasts, all of that sort of stuff. And so it's an incredible outsourcing service. So if you would like to check out Wedding Post House or any of our amazingly vetted outsourcing partners, head over to howtofilmweddings.com/outsourcing. And now I just wanted to get into this and talk to you kind of about what I have been up to and what I am looking forward to in 2025. You know, this is kind of a personal episode or just kind of what's been going on with Nick. I'm sure at least one of you, I don't know if anyone notices that I haven't been on the podcast very much, but anyways, I wanted to give you a little life update about things that are going on with me over here on my side of the How to Film Wedding stuff. And as some of you may not know, I have been really pouring in over this summer in the last, I would say 2, 3, 4 months, really pouring in on our YouTube channel. We decided earlier this year that we needed to commit to weekly uploads on our YouTube channel. And I have been going wild over there, filming stuff of myself, helping John. He has edited some behind the scenes kind of stuff, and I've taken it over and made it look like it fits on our channel and all that sort of stuff. But I have been thinking about what that channel looks like and what is going on over there. And so we have done lots of tutorials, lots of videos, how-to videos, like how to film a ceremony, how to film bride prep, how to film toasts, and some gear reviews and some equipment that I have purchased that I think is going to be very helpful to wedding filmmakers. And so if you haven't had the opportunity to check that out, I will put a link in the show notes, but it's youtube.com/@howtofilmwed. How to Film Wed. That is our tutorial channel where we are uploading all that sort of stuff. So I would love it if you would head over there, subscribe to the channel, follow along with the things over there. But the purpose of it is, we want to help elevate the community, and we want to share ideas. We want to share tips. We want to share things that are really going to help lift the wedding filmmaking community. Like, again, that's our goal in this. And if there are any products that we purchase or are sent to us and we can review and share and talk about that are going to genuinely help people at some place where they are at in their journey as a wedding videographer, I would be glad to do that over there. Like, that's what we want to do. We're going to push, certain things that we do, our courses or our mastermind or other things that we are involved in. But at the core of it, I want to help the wedding filmmaking. We want to help the wedding filmmaking community over there, just like we do across all of our other platforms and all the other things that we do. So that has been where I have been spending a lot of my time, getting stuff together, putting things together over there on the YouTube channel. I'm really, really proud of a lot of the stuff that we are doing. And again, I'm coming at it from an angle that I don't know everything. There are certain things that I'm not as proficient at, but I am sharing the things that I have learned and I know would have been really helpful to me whenever I was in my first few years of being a wedding filmmaker. And so that is, again, what I have been up to a lot over there. I've also, John and I have been pouring in a lot in our mastermind community, in our mastermind group. We have gotten more into talking about the editing and sound, and, we're jumping into color and just thinking through different things whenever it comes to the editing side of filmmaking in our mastermind group. And so that is where, we've been pouring in a lot of time, a lot of effort in over there. And so I'm really excited to continue to pour into those people and get people, help them elevate their businesses and help elevate, everything that they are doing. As far as other things that I am excited about that are coming up around the corner, specifically on our YouTube channel, we are going to be launching a new live series that's going to happen about once a month. The target on this is going to be the end of November, maybe the beginning of December of 2024, and then into the next year. And hopefully this can be a monthly thing, but it might be an every other month thing. But a few weeks ago, I had a call with Henry Martins from the Brothers Martins, and we were just, chatting about ideas and things. And he's got a lot of different ideas. And one of the things that he brought up was, man, it would be so cool to pick the brains of other wedding filmmakers and know and understand, why they shot something a certain way, or why they edited it a certain way, or what they did to get this effect, or what they did to get this shot, or, something like that. And so out of that was born this idea, and I'm calling it Behind the Edit. That's kind of the working title right now. It might change, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on some wedding filmmakers that I think are doing exceptional work, incredible work. And we are going to sit down and we're going to watch a film and then break it down and let them share their thought processes. Let them share the things that they were thinking about that were going on with them while they were putting this video together. And I'm really excited to sit down with that. So far, I have three different companies, 3 people lined up to do this. We're going to do Salt and Pine Films. They're based in the Northeast Boston area, and Jesse and Powell do some incredible stuff. And I'm really excited for you to sit down and talk with or hear from them as they talk, as we break down one of their films and share one of their films. We'll also be talking with Cherish and Lindsay from Rev, and Mac and Aaron from Hello Tomorrow have all agreed to be a part of this. And I have been in communication with more people as we are moving forward and as this thing grows. And I'm excited to see what this turns into. But again, the idea here is for everyone to learn from other people. What are the things that, maybe Jesse and Powell are doing that you're not doing that you could learn from? Or what are Cherish and Lindsay doing, or Aaron and Mac? Or, there are so many other things, so many things that we can learn from other people. And maybe you desire to edit a certain way, or learn how to put things together, or how they do sound design, or how they color, or whatever, and just get glean insight from it. It's almost like a director commentary, if you want to think of it like that. If you've ever watched movies or TV shows that have those, where it's just the people involved with it talking about it and sharing stories and sharing things that happened within it. So I'm really excited to launch that. Again, the target date on that is going to be the end of November, beginning of December 2024, to just talk with some of these people about these things. And I'm really excited to jump in and get going with those people. Over the last few weeks here on the podcast, I know we have talked to lots of different people about how 2024 has been tough. And I think everyone's feeling that. Everyone gets that. Everyone knows and understands that this year has just been weird. It has been off. It has, kind of everything balancing out, equilibrium, just kind of getting back to where it was, and, bookings are not happening as much, or people are booking, but their budgets are less, or the things that clients are valuing are different than what they were a few years ago. Like, we know all of these things. And I think coming into 2024, I knew how to film weddings for basically the last 2 years has been my full-time gig. I have been pouring all of my time and all of my efforts and all of my energy into how to film weddings. But with that, I wanted to say, I still do want to shoot weddings. Like, I still want to do a handful of those a year. One, because I still enjoy it. I still like doing it. I still like the thrill of filming a wedding, but also, just so I can continue to learn and continue to grow and continue to do the things that, an educator in this space, should be doing, is speaking from experience and helping other people along that. And I think I went into 2024 not really knowing or understanding the craziness that this year would be. After I think I shot 5 weddings in 2023. And because I was focusing all of my time and all of my energy on how to film weddings, Wild Oak Films definitely took a back seat to things. And because of that, and I was like, man, if I'm going to film these weddings, if I'm going to do this, when I was throwing out these really high budgets, these really high numbers of, if you're going to book me, it's going to cost this much. And Wild Oak Films has definitely suffered this year because of that. I just shot my second and last wedding of the year in Kansas City a few weeks ago. And it was a great wedding. I enjoyed it, but I'm sitting back and I'm wondering, man, from a wedding filmmaking standpoint, this year was kind of rough from that. And, it kind of made me think, man, is this stuff even worth it? Should I continue to do these things? And it wasn't because I was feeling burnt out, and it wasn't because I was feeling like I wasn't good enough or anything like that. It was just like there were no bookings. And because there were no bookings, it kind of made it where, I got lackadaisical when inquiries were coming in. And, there was a while where I was very, very slow to respond if it wasn't one that, I thought that my brain should take or something like that. And I was not doing a great job of being a good business owner from the Wild Oak standpoint. And so this year, again, I only shot 2. And it's just made me, kind of sit down and kind of reevaluate and kind of think about things. What do I want to do in the future? What am I excited about? And I think, we shot a wedding in Oregon in September. I shot one in Kansas City in October, and I want to continue doing weddings. And so there are a few things that I'm really excited about moving forward into 2025. With it starting to be engagement season, starting this week, I've decided I really need to ramp up and I really need to do more stuff on my personal wedding video side to try and get those bookings, to try and get that kind of stuff, because I still want to shoot, a handful, 5 to 10 weddings in 2025. But if I'm going to do that, I need to put myself out there. I don't think people really know that Wild Oak Films exists anymore because I have done such a bad job of being front of mind. You want people to book you. You want people to reach out to you. They need to know that you exist. And right now, I don't think that people know that Wild Oak Films exists. So my goal, my plan over the next few months and what's left of 2024 is to put myself out there, put Wild Oak Films out there, posting on Instagram, sharing things where I can to get people excited again about Wild Oak Films. That's one thing that I'm really excited about, like moving forward into 2025. The other thing is, recently I have gotten into a kick of watching documentaries. Documentaries are kind of one of those things that, I'll kind of binge for a while and watch for a while, and then I'll take some time off and then I'll come back to them. But I find them fascinating. I find them so interesting whenever they're done really, really well. And a few recently that I have watched. One is this one on Disney Plus. I think it's actually National Geographic, but it's in Disney Plus. It's called Billy and Molly. And if you haven't watched this one, it is a feel good. It's really, it's a great documentary, but it's filmed gorgeously. And what it is a story. I believe the guy's in Northern Ireland. In the UK, Northern Ireland, I believe. And he's a man in probably his 50s or his 60s, something like that. He hasn't had kids. And he ends up befriending and kind of adopting this otter. And he calls her Molly. And so he feeds her and takes care of her. He builds her a little shelter and just kind of follows their story about how this guy takes care of this otter and loves this otter. And it's kind of like a father-daughter story told a little bit a different way. And that one was really compelling to me. That was really, really interesting. Another one that I've watched, it just released on Netflix a few days ago. And that was called Comeback, I believe is what it's called. And it's about the 2004 Boston Red Sox and how they were down 3-0 games in the ALCS against the Yankees. And they came back and won as the first team ever to be down 3-0 and win a series. And they went on to win the World Series. And it was just this 3-part documentary talking about the struggles of owning a professional sports team and keeping up with this other team that you're always in their shadow and the curse of the Bambino and all this. And yes, I'm a big baseball fan. And so I was naturally compelled to watch something like that. But I absolutely love that documentary. And then another one I started watching last night actually, was Mr. McMahon, which is about the CEO, the owner or former, I'm not sure, he's been in a lot of legal trouble lately, owner of WWE wrestling. And as someone that spent middle and high school in the mid to late 90s, like wrestling sports entertainment was huge. It was big. It was massive. And so I was really involved in that kind of stuff and I loved watching it. And it's just this documentary about his life and his story. And I've watched a couple episodes. Anyway, it's really interesting. I'm excited to finish that. But I tell you all of this stuff to say, documentaries are something that I am intrigued by. And it's something that I have for probably a couple years wanted to dabble my feet in and wanted to try it. And I think that it's adjacent enough to wedding filmmaking where we have all the tools to do it, right? We understand light. We understand how to capture audio. We understand these things and telling a compelling story. And so I actually tomorrow, as of recording this, I have a meeting with a couple of people from my son's school. Was it a year and a half ago, we found out that Maddox, my son, is dyslexic. And in finding that out and learning out about it, it is very, very prevalent in at least in our country, and I assume it's in the world, but 1 in 5 people are on the spectrum for dyslexia. And it is very prevalent, but a lot of our school systems and a lot of our places are not adept at helping kids that are dyslexic. And so I've been sitting here and I've been chewing this idea about filming a documentary and what does that look like and what does that mean? And I don't know about you out there, but I get ideas all the time. And I dream kind of these big pictures and I want to do certain things, but then I get, paralysis by analysis, where I just think about it. I'm like, well, I can't do it because of this, or I'm not good enough, or, I'm like, I want to make a documentary, so I'm going to go all in, and it's going to be a feature length, hour and a half, 2 hours long, tell this story. And it's like, that's too daunting. That's too much. I just can't do that. And I don't know if any of you are in that boat. But I was talking to my wife about this a few weeks ago, and I've been kicking around this idea about this kind of documentary for a while. And she's like, just do it. Just do it. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen? It fails? Okay. Like, just do it. And so actually, as of recording this, I might have just said this. I don't know. I'm kind of going off here. I am meeting with some people at my son's school, and we're going to talk about what we can do to start creating a documentary. Now, it might be just a short 5-minute thing. It might be a 10-minute thing. Like, I don't know what it's going to turn into, but one of the things is, one, it's something that I want to do, but also I want to help this school get the word out about them so that I know that there are other people that are dealing with their children and trying to figure out, hey, they're just like, how do I combat this? How do I help this? How do I partner beside my children? How do I advocate for my children? How do I help them? And I want to help tell a story, help get all of this figured out. And so that I'm really, really excited about it. It's something that's been in my calendar for a couple weeks now. I know that they're excited. I don't know what it's going to turn into, big picture, big dream. I would love this to turn into a, hour and a half long documentary where I travel to a few, I know bigger schools that help kids with dyslexia and focus on different stories and that kind of thing. Like that's what I would love to do in the future. But for right now, I just want to get started. I want to get started. And I think that is my encouragement for you out there, listener, today is if you're in this place where you're like, man, I just don't know where to go, or I don't know what to do, take a step, get started, do something. Looking forward into 2025, John and I have been talking a lot about our mastermind program. And if you would like more information about what that is and what it looks like and everything, head over to howtofilmweddings.com/mastermind. But in 2025, we know that we're going to shift it up a little bit. We're going to mix it up. We're going to do stuff a little bit different. We've been talking about different ideas and plans and dreams and how we can, take the 4 years that we've done with this and make it better, make it different, push forward in this space of this kind of education. And so we are really, really excited about what's going to happen in 2025 with Mastermind. We got some plans for how to film weddings with some in-person things. I'm excited about that. Like, what is that going to look like? Where is it going to be? All that kind of stuff. But we are really, really excited about 2025. And John, these are ideas that John has had that we've been talking about for years. And, it was like, well, the timing's not right, or this isn't right, or that isn't right. And I think it's time for us to just take those steps, and we're ready to do something different. We're ready to invent and create and do something more, do something different. So that's another thing with 2025 and what we're going to do with Mastermind and what we're going to do with our person events and, different things and how we continue to evolve. This behind the edit thing is something new that we're trying. We might get in here and do it and, find out that that's not something that people really want to learn from. I wouldn't understand why you wouldn't want to learn from that, but, we don't know where things are going to go. And so I'm just really excited to take a step forward and try something different, try something that I haven't done before. And so, I will like to continue to keep you updated on this documentary stuff that I'm going to be doing. Again, whether that's just like a really short 5-minute thing where I'm telling one person's story and what that looks like, or if it turns into something a little bit longer. I don't really know, but I do know that it has been on my mind for a while. And if I don't take a step and if I don't move forward with it, then I'm just going to be frustrated with myself. And so I am really excited about that. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I don't know. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a life update, kind of things that are on my mind, things that have been, that I have been working on. Here in the next couple weeks, I'm actually going to Guatemala with John. He just booked an engagement proposal shoot kind of something there, and he invited me to go along with him. So I'm excited about that. I'm going back to Cabo at the end of January. We have our mastermind retreat also in January. In December, we are taking our daughter to Maui. Since she has been little, we said, when you turn 13, we're going to take you on a trip. If you've ever read anything from Bob Goff, that's something that he did with his kids, I think, when they turned 16. We really like that idea. So we've been saving for years, and I'm cashing in on airline miles and rewards and points that I got from, all the rental cars I've gotten over the years and stuff. And so we're really excited to take a few days and go out to Maui and spend that with her. That's something that's coming up. And then the holiday season, my birthday is at the end of this month. So I'm, going to be another year older and another year wiser. Well, maybe I'm not sure about that. And then my daughter's birthday, and then Christmas and Thanksgiving's in there. And so I'm just very excited about the future. I'm very I can't wait to see what happens with How to Film Weddings. I can't wait to see what happens with Wild Oak Films and continuing to move forward with the things that I have going on there. I'm just very excited about all of the things. So I'm going to wrap this up here. I know I've been rambling on for a little bit, but that's my kind of life update, what I'm into, what's been going on, what I'm excited about. So there you go. If you need anything, if you have any questions, if this episode has resonated with you in any way at all, just head over to the How to Film Weddings Instagram and send me a DM. I would love to chat with you and get back to you and talk to you about anything that is going on in your life or even in your business. Make sure you check out our mastermind group. Go to howtofilmweddings.com/mastermind for more information. Sign up for our wait list whenever we launch this amazing program in January. Thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, we will see ya.